Hello everyone, welcome to another Minecraft tutorial, and today I'll be showing you how to use particles in Minecraft. You can do cool effects like clouds, rain and holograms, or you can set your head on fire. Let's begin. The first thing you're going to do is type in /give @p Minecraft command_block. Then you can hit enter, place it down and get yourself a lever. Then we can open up the command block, change it to repeat, and now we can start. You can type in particle, and then you can choose any particle of your choice. This one looks interesting. Then after your chosen particle, you can type in the coordinates of where these particles are going to display. So I'm just going to put in 3 squiggly lines to summon the particles at the command block's position. Then I'm going to put in 2 at the Y coordinate so I can have particles displayed 2 blocks above the command block. Then after the coordinates, you're going to put in the radius of these particles. So I'm going to put in 1 by 1 by 1. Then after the radius, you're going to put in the speed for how fast these particles are going to move. It's very sensitive, so I'm going to put in 0.1. Then after the speed, I'm going to choose how many particles will display at once. I'll put in 10. After count, I'm going to put in force or normal. Force will allow you to see particles 256 blocks away, while normal will only allow you to see particles very close up. I'll change it to force so you can see my particles far away, and then you can choose who will be able to see the particles. I'll just choose at A so everyone can see it. Then you can hit done. As you can see, the command block changed color because we changed the type to repeat. So now if we flick the lever, we should have end rod particles moving at 0.1 speed. And with the radius of 1 cubed, they are flying everywhere. And in the radius of 1 cubed, you can see the particles everywhere. So if I change the radius to 0, all the particles will be emitting from 1 point. And I can change the particle speed to 0.05 to make it look a bit better. Portal is an interesting choice. This particle looks best if you increase the speed. If you choose the effect cloud, and increase the radius by its X and Z axis, and also increase its height for where it displays, you can make a cool looking cloud. And what's cool about the cloud particle is that it's interactable. We can make this cloud look even better if it rains. So if we choose falling water as our option, that's a bit too much rain. Change this to 10. That looks better. Or you can add some cool fog effects. So if you just change the coordinates to display 1 block above the command block, and change the radius, and the count, you can make some fog. If you decrease the radius, the more particles will display in one area. Although this many particles can start to lag. So you have a lot of particles and settings to choose from. But did you know you can have your own custom colored particles? If we change the effect from cloud to dust, then add 4 more zeros after dust, then flick the lever, well then nothing happens. These 4 zeros have their own settings. This is R, this is G, and this is B, or just RGB. You'll use the first 3 numbers to change the color of your dust. The 4th 0, you'll be able to change the size of your particles. So if we change this to 0.5, then hit done on the command block, I just need to change the radius to 0, and the count, that's more reasonable. So now the size of the particles is only 0.5, but we can change them to be even larger particles. How about just 5? You can change this maybe to 1. That looks more moderate. And now we can change the color of the particle. If you change R to 1, then we will get red particles. And the same go for green and blue. Changing all of RGB to 1s will make it white. And the higher values we input, the more the colors will variate. So if I make this 555, we will get a large mess of colors. But you're not only limited to just using particles, you can also use the particles from blocks and items. So if we get rid of the 4 numbers and dust, then change the option to block, we can have block particles. So after block, we just need to choose what block we want. So we can do diamond underscore block. Then we can hit done, and now we're getting particles shown for the diamond block. The same applies to every other block in the game. And it works exactly the same for items. If we choose item and then change the item to maybe an iron underscore ingot, hit done, and now we have an iron ingot. We can change the radius to make it look a bit funnier. It's raining sharp shots of metallic pieces. You can also link the particles to your player's position. So if you go to the beginning of this command and type in execute at, then your Minecraft player name. Then you type in run, then your command is changed to execute at atomic run, then the particle command. Now the command block will execute the command just as if the player did it. So if we hit done, now the particles will always emit from my position. You can even play around with the different settings to choose what it will look like. I can change the radius to 0, and instead for the position, I'm going to change these squiggly lines into up arrows. What this will do is it will summon particles at your player's indicator. So I'll summon the particles 2 blocks up. Now the particles are linked to the orientation of my head. I can make this 1.5 instead of 2, and make this aim a bit further away, and increase the radius, just because. Where'd you come from? Now I'm gonna set my head on fire. Now for the smoke effects, I just have to copy and paste the code in the other command block and change this to smoke. Wait, why isn't it working? Ah, there we go. Now it's working. Oh my goodness, it's a ghost! Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new. You can even like and subscribe to show support for the channel. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.
It even works underwater.